welcome to the Amnesia collection. So we have 3 games. And I'll give it a minute because Kyoto Rain will probably be here in just a moment. I haven't heard of Justine. I guess it's like a side game they did? I don't know. I liked Soma, and I've always heard good things about Dark Descent and Machine for Pigs. I've never heard anything about Justine. But Soma was amazing. So I hope these are good. I played maybe like 15 minutes of this on PC, and then my PC had some issues. But that was a really long time ago when Amnesia like first came out. My GPU was dying, so I couldn't really play much of anything without it hiccuping and having issues. But anyway, so we got these 3. Let's go for the Dark Descent. Aw, pretty Rose. Oh, what else are you gonna do in Norway? Best possible experience. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I need to... This is like the blackest black right now. I can't even see the squares. Because I imagine they probably have some sort of pixelation squares, but I can't see. Let's see. Oh, I can see a gray square. And I didn't notice there was... Or a colon. I'm not sure whether it's a well or a colon. So... And let me do this real fast. I need to change my vape. If only because I'm getting tired of vanilla cola. I need some lemon sensation. I should stop giving out like free promotions for companies. Or companies should start paying me to promote them. But anyway. The hell? That's weird. Maybe I'm not used to this. Or maybe I put the wrong vape stuff in. Or the other one has just killed my sense of sweet because it tastes like vanilla Coke. So this one kind of tastes like burnt bread. Alright, subtitles. Fact subtitles? That's weird. I guess it's... if you're deaf or something? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. No. Inverting is unacceptable. So anyway,
don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. name is... I am Daniel.
Now, hopefully this is like Soma, where you do get a lot of exploring to do, because horror games, building an atmosphere is something that I love, and that's the thing that made Soma really good, is that the scary parts weren't nearly as awful, because there were so many things happening in between. It's time to get up, Daniel. Get up. Notes are available. Oh, no notes are available. No diaries. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. So that's me holding a door. I am the source. Oh, stop going crazy. You're alright. Just keep your shit together. It's alright. You'll be okay. Oh, I like that painting. Look at the guy whipping little cow butt. Okay. Okay. Well, that's convenient. Stop being crazy. Yeah, stop being crazy for like 20 seconds. If you can. I saw a thing. It's just a door. Remain calm, Panic Puss. So used to pressing X to open everything. Why are you punishing Hazel? She sounds like a nice person. Probably not. Hazel probably murdered her or something. Be okay, just read this book about the devil. Thank you. Just touch a book, you'll be alright. Do we have a torch or anything? Can we take the plant with us? I don't really want to go insane just yet. Ugh, that distorting effect is weird. Neat. Look at the happy light. Look at the happy little plant. See? Happy plant. Yes, it's just in time. How do I torch? There we go. It is. It's just in time. I'm so glad. No, keep that torch lit. My wife and I are going to watch the movie The Babysitter tonight on Netflix. And then probably on Sunday or something watch Stranger Things 2. Is there a duck? There's a duck. Touch the fire. Ooh, a broom. Can we put the broom in the fire? Let's see. That's an evil broom. I don't trust it. I'll probably get scared by that later. No. That's my usual it's time to stream alarm.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Aw. Thanks, Past Me. Past Me is a cool guy. Square. Ah. Ah. All's good. Slight headache. Those are nice stats. I appreciate that. That's actually really nice. I'm surprised Nintendo doesn't sue them. Ooh, potions. Not breakable potions, sadly. Poisons. Green is a stamina potion, right? Glug, glug, glug. And my lantern's out. So I guess I pick up like a lighter of some sort. Wow, I do not have a lot of torch oil. It's okay, no need to go crazy. Look at the happy plant. The happy plant will make everything better. I know. Ah, tinderbox. This game already has a great atmosphere. Big creepy castle. It's okay. Ignore the crawling things. They're just cockroaches. can't break stuff. Something's making him shit his pants. I always thought there was some myth with if a broom stands upright, it means like a witch is cursing you or something. Something weird like that. There we go. It's probably a waste of resources, and someone's probably screaming at me. That's okay. So it's good to know that we created this weird purple stuff that's everywhere. I also do appreciate that I'm not getting bombarded by some horrific monster, like, right out of the gate. Some instant kill monster. Oh, things to grab. Just books. More books. There's actually someone who, ironically, since I watched someone do speed runs a lot, yeah, I'm sure later. There's someone who does speed runs, and I was watching some of his speed runs last night, and there was someone who actually had an Amnesia speed run. I was like, are you serious? Like, that's just weird. Ah. Hey, you're a treasure box. That's what you get for not having treasure. Ooh, sneaky. Torch over here. Also, I wonder if I can still pick up. I think I can. Yeah, I think I can still pick up items even if I'm in the dark. Thankfully, although I can't see anything. On stream, it's a lot lighter, so it probably is fairly easy for you guys to see it. Not much on the torch front in here. Can't like push over the bookcase. Well, let's figure out what we're supposed to be doing. That was probably a waste of a tinderbox. Can I take the candle? No. Oh well. It's also weird. I actually have a strange superstition regarding the dark. If I watch like a video or something, like I watch a lot of really strange videos, and sometimes I watch like car accident videos. I don't know, something about them is very de-stressing, and I watch like police videos and stuff like that. And I am perfectly fine walking in the dark after playing like a scary horror game or otherwise. It doesn't bother me. But if I watch a video where I think someone may have died, something about that, I won't walk in the dark. And I don't know. When I was younger, my grandmother said, if you see someone die, never walk in the dark. And I was really confused. So, even if I'm not sure, I usually don't. And I don't know why, it's just something compulsive that I'm worried about. I mean, it's not like I believe in ghosts or any of that stuff, but It's just one of those things. Like, I could watch the spookiest videos about, are ghosts real? Did this ghost really haunt this place? And I can walk in the dark at night, no problem. Go to the bathroom without turning on a single light, no big deal. But if I watch a single video where I think someone could have potentially died, I don't. Nope, nope, nope. No, thank you. I don't know what it is. I think it's like... I don't get it. It's like, it's just something internally in me that's just like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. But I guess all of my superstitions pretty much come from my mother and my grandmother, and that's it. My grandmother was like nigh superstitious, but the things she did say, she like stuck to them. I mean, she wasn't religious or superstitious or any of that stuff, but there were certain things that she did like in practice, I guess to say. More like a custom. I'm really lost on what to do here. There has to be something small I'm missing. Can I take a shield? Let's just start by throwing all the books on the floor. It's okay. Let's look at the happy plant. Happy plant and window. See, everything's okay. Not anything with that. Oh, actually, I was probably supposed to use the fire lighter to turn these on. Do you think with a lantern you'd be able to do that? Creepy broom. There we go, you finally fell over. There we go. Oh, Yay! I found a thing. What is this? A rug. A rolled up rug. I wish when I had a rug it would actually stay like that. I've tried to move rugs like 8 or 9 times when it moved. It's not a chest. Okay, the weird out of nowhere breathing that is definitely not my main character's breathing is a little creepy. Just a little bit creepy. For sanity's sake, let's just... Where's that torch? Here we go. Let's turn that on. So far, he's not having a good day. Not a door here. I don't know, they just were there in the beginning of the game, and they said you had to follow them, and it takes you to the room where you had the note. about you doing something to yourself so you could become young again. And now I have to fight off some ghost? Something to that effect? I have to say, this place already would be a nope on my travel list. No intention of coming to Spooky Castle. I'm gonna run out of oil before I figure out what to do. Okay, put the torch away. I don't want to waste all of my oil. Yeah, I'm already almost out of oil. So, yeah, the only doors are this door, and this door is locked. So unless there's like a key hidden somewhere. Unless I'm supposed to go crazy. Hold on. Hello? Yes? I'm good. No, I'm perfectly fine. We're good with our finances. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh. Alright. That's over with. I don't know why my bank called me to say, hey, checking in. How you doing? Do you want to come in for an interview about your finances? How about no? How about no? I don't know how much of that conversation you could hear, but it was like, dude, in my ear. You also got my name wrong. Butthole. Also, I hate that, like, salesman-y talk when people are just like, hey, we're wondering if you're interested in an opportunity. How about no? How about I'm interested in hanging up the phone on you? They get my wife's name wrong all the time. And it is hilarious. She usually just lets them go with it. Mostly because she has a terrible last name. Well, not terrible. I'm just saying it's terrible if you don't know what it is. And you try to call someone. It's one of those ones where you get like apprehension, like, I don't know how I should pronounce this. I'm just gonna be rude and start throwing everything on the floor, because I don't know what I'm searching for or if I'm missing something very basic. I'm just waiting for there to be like a key under a book or something like that. But I actually used to have a friend when I was younger. Her real name was Tran, and I don't remember her last name, but it was like it was something really weird. Honestly I couldn't remember it. But she always just went by a simpler name. She went by a short for her first name. Oh, that looked like a thingy. What is this? Hey! No, get over here, thing. Ooh, cool. Look at that. But anyway, her name was Tran, but she would go by Chum Lee, because her middle name was Lee. And so she went like that, by that name, one, because it's easier, and because transsexuals were becoming a thing, so being called Tran was awkward. So she would get people that would call her all sorts of funny things. Be like, we're looking for Mrs. Tran, or oh, we're looking for a Traniteran, and she was just like, But yeah, and it was funny because she always called herself Chumley, and all I could ever think of was Chun-Li. But she never got that joke because she was not into video games. Although, nothing against her, nice girl, little unstable. My life as a librarian in the dark. Let's just out of humor, because they want me to explore the world. Let's start by burning some books. So is there really? This is a pretty cool bookmark, or bookend. Yeah, it did. It just goes right in here. And there was like the little notebook. And this quill. That's pretty much a lot of it. And the other way leads back to the door. Right, let's see how much torchlight I have left. See if there's anything I can grab in here. Nope. That was short-lived. Oh, hey. Boxes. And walking on this floor is going to be so inconvenient. Is that a thing? What is this? Can't tell if things. Oh, it's a potion. I should just take that candle. Stuff I can't see. Wait. Oh. I don't like that I hear snakes in here. That makes me nervous. Ugh. Turkish Delights rose flavor? Gross. Turkish Delights in general are pretty gross. It's like, do you like Jell-O, but do you also like diabetes? Do you also like musk as a flavor? Or rose hips?
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
No. It's still there? It's still there. How about no? Let's just spend the rest of our time in this lovely dank castle. Something about meat webbing makes me suspicious of going there. Hey, rude. I get the feeling before long we're probably gonna let out whatever evil. Man, those are big-ass cockroaches. I'm guessing they're German cockroaches? Brennenburg? Anybody? Gimme oil. Lots of oil. All the oil for the oil gods. Nope. Well, not going that way. Or they're hissing cockroaches. Damn, they're so loud. That area's a breeze.
No! Get away from me!
Yep. Definitely nothing important over that way. Tabularium? I don't know what tabularium is. I guess that's where I came from. No? I came from down there. Strangeness. Oh, so we're in jolly old England. Really don't like this place. Library? Yeah, rare books, duh. I'm a Libra, so I know that Libri is normally having to do with the library. Hey, rude. That hand? Wait a minute. I swear to God, is that hand the RE6 engine? Hand? The one that's grabbing the moon? I would laugh really hard if it was. They just stole something from... Hey, another one of those. Maybe I should put them together so they have matching bookends. Sorry, I took the Necronomicon.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
What do you want, Laharo? Why are you sniffing my face? My cat. Yeah, I know you're here. My cat's over, sniffing my face. I felt like this was the most appropriate time to creepily come sniff my face. And somebody definitely want to get out of the rare book section. Ugh, cobwebs. I hope there's no spiders in this game. I do not like spiders. Can we open the curtains just a little bit? Okay, yeah, stop having a shit. Nope, wrong button. Wrong button again. Wrong button again. No. How do I use? There we go. There we go. You calm now? Good. Now I can't look at that hand without thinking of the Resident Evil 6 engine. Or Resident Evil 7. The RE engine. Whatever. I hereby offer my full attention to the services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years. When my freedom shall return to me, in addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is recommended by my services at the Prussian Royal Court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Garrick. I saw something over there. I think I do see something over there. Oh, it's just spider webs. Neat place. I like that I can explore so much of it. Catalogi. Or catalogi, if you're speaking Latin. I don't like whatever that sound was.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Well, that's... Take it. By the way, Gone Home, I love that game for just exploring all the drawers and cabinets and all the stuff. Even though it's a game where nothing happens. It's still an interesting game. Rude, I was about to throw that. Rude ass ghosts. Whatever you are. Old books. Okay, it's okay, we'll be alright. go. Got you some oil. I got you some light. You'll be okay. Sweet. All right. Should probably start saving my tinder boxes. Play some piano. Definitely have some ghosts going on in this house. I kinda hope it's just a fight for light. To hide too much. Oh, that was close. Someone really did not want me to have that map. Up.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
So, since you just missed that, of course, something story important happens the moment you leave. He was in Egypt and found something. Picking up more tinder boxes. I'm okay with the number of tinder boxes.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
Yes.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
So, when he was trapped in the thing, he found some glittering orb, and the glittering orb apparently showed him all this crazy stuff, and then he woke up with the people pulling him out of the tomb, or ruins, or whatever you want to call it. Apparently the ghost is not very good at playing piano. Or the piano's horribly out of tune. Blocked in here. So it makes me glad I kind of lit that other side up. The tomb of the mummy. I would worry less about the mummy's curse than I would worry about, you know, Tom Cruise. That actually worked. Amazing. That is awesome. Oh, I just realized I had a jump button.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm a genius. Are you gonna read it? Nope. Alstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore of Alstadt. Deep within the East Prussian woods, for centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbors. Castle Brennenburg. The quiet, forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you'll hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations. It will certainly serve as an exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. Yeah, that it happens all the time. I had one where 10 people were watching and it said 0. So I knew at least 3 people were watching. So yeah, that happens. It's a YouTube streaming problem that they need to fix. Although it shows up in my analytics like 3 or 4 days later, but it doesn't help the stream or rewatchers because they think I'm just talking to myself. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. Well, yeah, you want to get away from beholders, otherwise you'll lose your entire party. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which they can be heard struggling inside damp, dragged behind them, in which reveal their presence. What dark schemes do they follow? Yeah. A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alstadt at the beginning of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for the remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwest glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Alstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle in nearby Alstadt. And like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular through his presumed lifetime. The family had always been secretive when it came to their lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact one and the same, who came from the West over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Interesting. Okay, so let's do this. Put it away. I'm gonna press the wrong button throughout this entire thing. I'll just light all the things in here. Nothing else in here. Oh no, I'm stuck. Then I remembered I had to jump. Boxes. It's actually kind of nice that the door wiggles a little bit. Hey, rude. Ugh. I screwed myself with these boxes. Yeah, a little bit of sanity. Secrets. And I wish I had secret rooms in my house. Actually, I don't, because knowing my luck, somebody would probably like live in one, and I'd be terrified. Let's not light the hearth. What are you grabbing a hold of? And books in the end. Chairs, no. Ooh, key. Perfectly safe. Thought I heard someone walking around. Regarding closing of the wine cellar, Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough, and their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve, whatever comes first. They can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. It would, in a sense, solve both my problems. Poisoning. okay. Okay, good. Nothing under there. I love this kind of weird, spooky exploration. This is really how you make good horror, because if you have a jump scare, which are normally cheesy, this will help rectify that quite quickly. Because normally if you have a jump scare, you're kind of like, that was cheesy. But in a setting like this, jump scares do a lot more. Oh god. Let's just go. Yeah, this place has been fun. I knew I heard somebody walking around. Do I really want to do this? Oh, that sounds like me after burritos. Let's leave. See ya. I'm out. No thank you. Do not want. Return to sender. Ow, what the hell? Everything's turning to meat. Why is everything turning to meat and slapping me? I don't like this. Is this what happens when you go a little crazy? Look at the blessed rays. Look at the sunlight. Happy windows. No need for weird fox sounds. Less wind, please. Do I really want to go down here? Do I really want to go anywhere? Like most horror games, suicide sounds better. Just a quick offing. You'll be perfectly fine. Maybe you'll get to be a ghost. Yeah, Celavinare and the laboratory, or laboratorium. I don't really want to go to either place. But at least whatever that thing is, at least he's... I'm a little less insane. There's a little less meat. Hopefully. Hopefully the wine cellar's not full of meat. Because you can't make meat wine. Try all you like. See, you don't need to have something instantly kill you to be scary. Oh, trust me, I'm well aware.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
I don't like that walking around sound. Ugh, it's like scratching in my brain. That insect sound. No sanity.
Oh, feels like my chest is going to burst.
Oh.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Except we're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Yeah, just enhance your calm. Be one with the happy lights. Oh my god, there's a lot of parts here. Hey, purple stuff. Oh, some more cup rate. Oh no, Aqua Regia. Yeah, drink some Aqua Regia. That'll make you feel better. Wilhelm's last words. My name is Wilhelm, House of Garrick. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious of what this supposed Knight of the Order could want from me, and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past, not the honors I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. There should have been a comma there. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim. Yes, it will run out of oil. So you get oil refills and you have to keep refilling it. Yes, I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim, and to do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly, and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I've brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming. Their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer. Well, that's colorful. Let's just get all the stuff out of closets in case I need to hide in the closets. Ugh, I hate woven rolls. They always break. Back here. Let's just go bravely. For now. I say that and half of the house falls apart. sanity back. Put your brain meats back together. Oh, that's nice. Oil refill thing. Jesus. It's just a few more rooms to search. Okay. Guess not that room. So how can you tell if an enemy is near or not? Does it like give you this blurriness? Let's move this out of the way in case I need to make a quick escape. So I don't see a lot of places to hide in this game, which terrifies me. Ah, the ormpiment. I don't know what an ormpiment is, but... Oh. I see you up there. Gimme. Yes. So let's do this. I have a lot of firelighters. So... I didn't find any keys or anything else. So I wonder if there really is anything else down here. Or if it's just like a side thing. Like you had to figure out what's going on with it. I mean, I know in the beginning they say, oh, the point of this game is not to win, but to learn about the world and such. Makes me wonder, like, if there's a... Because there obviously has to be some sort of set goals, like things you need, so I wonder if the wine cellar is just background and story. So yeah, I mean, I've been everywhere down here. So I guess we're done. Okay, so Algiers and Algeria. The SS Hortensia. I guess I'm complete because there's more meat. I think those were the soldiers who were down there. Because they said a whole bunch of soldiers were down there and they got killed while they were down there for basically being abducted or abducting people, so to cover his tracks he had them killed. So I assumed that it was their meat, hopefully. So I guess I need more meat. Well, actually, I do have... Okay. So what was it? There's something you can mix with Aqua Regia to create. Yeah, because calamine won't do it. I imagine... So, do I have to point? Yeah, I guess I have to point away. Or do I need somewhere to mix them? Alright. So let's see if there's anything in my notes or journal. Okay, that's the... Maybe I need to go to the laboratorium? Let's not be crouching. Unless... I do, like... There we go. You have to hold it. Okay. So, I guess to the laboratorium? That would be the only place I would think that would have chemical. Although there's meat blocking the path, so hopefully it doesn't hurt too much. Ugh. Sat down by the Kasbah wall, grasping for air. Sweat poured from his forehead and onto the sand-veiled ground. Apparently there are owls in here. It's just... Ah, feel the sanity. It's okay, it's just a dragon. No need to be worried. Just a murder dragon. Hey, someone left the lights on. Over a creepy steaming vent. See, you're alright. You're alright. There's a grate. Here we go. I'm smart. The lack of chimney properly venting the fumes from my most recent experience has taken a toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can to move them to the wine cellar. Okay, so that's a hint to go to the wine cellar. Okay, and I should have all 4 chemicals. I need like, oh, well. We're gonna get the torch away. So...
There should be more Cooprites. Let me see. And one part Aquafortis.
Early alchemy experiment. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae, which aqua vitae, interesting. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are a given, and Cooprite binds them well. This time I will attempt Aqua Regia instead of Aqua Fortis in hope to produce an even more solution. A more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing these terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I'm able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without strain, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. Door up there. I thought I saw something. Fine, be that way. I like the motion. The wheel motion is actually pretty nice. Pot of acid. Let's trip balls. Oh, and there's no staircase. Well, that's just rude. Why are you gonna do a thing like that? Whoa. I'll get you your tendies. Calm down. So, how do we get out of this predicament? Don't impale yourself. Oh, maybe the barrel or something. I guess that's the right idea. I mean, I guess technically I could do that. Do like, come here, barrel. Oh, well, screw you then, barrel. collect up all the boxes. I'm not good at building things. I'm just gonna put that out there. Apparently this game agrees with that. Just keep building. I don't know how high he can technically jump. Damn it. Okay, not very high. So let's try this. There we go. There we go. That's one. So let's try like 2 barrels. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Upstairs. But I need to get upstairs first, is the trick. Oh. I may have it. Damn true directions. There we go. That works. So now I just need another barrel. I don't think he'll be able to make it up there, though. If this actually works, I'm going to laugh really hard. Oh, I need like 1 more box. Okay, maybe like 3 more boxes because I need to like do up all the stairs. Oh yes, lots of boxes. It's okay, there's no need to panic. It's just a little stairway, just a dark little stairway. No! No! Don't ruin my creation, box of lies. Good, good, good. Is there a run? I can't tell. There's probably like a door like right over there that's like a back stairs. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Alright, I don't think he can jump up that high, so... see if I can do like 1 more box and make it. If I can, I'm gonna be super happy. It's okay. Oh, oh, treasure chest. Look at that. Oh, look at that insanity. Alright. Watch it. Nobody's probably ever done this. It's my super elite skills. I don't need your damn staircase. Look at me, I'm a genius. There's probably like 1,000 times easier way to do that. But I'm not gonna do that. Ow! Stop slapping me, meat. Normally, I'm not used to being slapped with meat. So, please don't do it. Take that, skin. Yeah. Who slaps who now? Yeah, I'm glad that worked. That makes everything a whole lot better.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason for the darkness, that is?
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Okay, there's some sort of awful zombie things down here. Okay, let's try not to stray. I'm gonna take dear old dad's advice.
Of June, 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Or maybe, once it's taken out of the darkness. It's ruined forever. So I'm guessing this is where Soma got all the ideas for the don't look at enemies thing. Pick it up. Soma was really big on the don't look at enemies. There's more meat down here.
June 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care, and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Yeah. So maybe you should just put them down your pants. Hope for the best. Oh, health potions. we're back to our proper horror game midget status. Kinda wish there was a map. How do I unblock that door? Travel through the meat hole. Whatever's in the basement isn't really happy. That's not openable. Ow! Meat slap. Damn meat. How is my health, by the way? A few cuts and bruises, nothing bad. Sanity, ... Something is clogging the crank and pulley system. Well, here's my solution, as always. Can't pick up the heavy boxes. Boxes. Ooh, look at that. Oh! Almost skill. Almost. Nope, nope. Ah. Curse you, physics. Ugh, curse you, rope that I can't put my head through. Okay, that's definitely the sound of a dying dog. Oh yeah, look at that. There's probably some other way to do that. Also, while we're at it, just in case, I'd prefer to have somewhere to run. This looks like a perfectly safe place to go. Yeah, the trick to this game is to build boxes. Ow! Meat slaps. Please stop with the meat slaps. I don't really like it. I do not like. A wound is bleeding quite badly, so let's heal ourselves. There we go. My heart's a little bit better in shape. Stop being a dwarf. Don't step on the meat or it's gonna slap you. I know. I actually kind of like that. That there's probably another way to solve it, but... somewhere else now. Ow! Ow! Oh. is lava. This is neat and scary. I highly doubt I can make that jump. Nope, nothing there. Just your imagination, whatever you are. Ugh, God, this is making me have to pee. Just gonna turn on my torch. Although I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, God. Am I gonna get meat slapped now? Can you stop following me, you creep? That's awesome that that actually works. This is actually really neat. I really appreciate this. Lifting a heavy gate. No! Don't spank me. No spankies. No thankies for the spankies. Ow! No thanky. I don't want the spanks. I said no spankies. We've been over this. I don't lantern oil. I wish there was more things to throw. Also, I kind of wish you could just... So I wonder if I don't move. Let's do this. I'm gonna need torch oil. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's sneaky. Oh, I'm a sneaky fuck. This actually works. I guess because you're not splashing around and stuff? Well, it does for a little bit. But actually, no, keep the torch lit. Fuck! This guy needs to learn how to jump. So I guess you can go through the beginning part just like that, and it won't bother him. Which, that actually makes me a little glad. So now that I know that, that'll make this part much easier. Okay, can I grab, like, bones or anything? Is there a book or something I can grab? Get up. I hear it. Also, I don't know what the run button is. Let's see, is there, like... There we go. Oh. Oh, that might have been helpful. Oh, there is a lean button. Do, 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 do. Lean in, lean in, lean in. Alright. I mean, all there's back there is just a health potion, so I don't know if I really want all that. Apparently the monster's just gone. He's like, yeah, screw it. I'm on vacation. Fuck off. Or he's all the way back at the beginning and you can't figure out what's going on. What the hell? I hit that switch. Now that I know how to run, that makes this a whole lot easier. Also, it makes it a lot easier when the monster doesn't come after me. Yeah, monster dude is just gone. What the fuck? It's just one of those, like, if he sees you kind of things. But he's an invisible monster, so... Like, I'm making a lot of noise. Unless I, like, borked him, and he won't hear me. Unless, like, the switch makes him not... No, the switch makes him appear. Let's see something. Okay, stop falling in the water all the time. He may not be around in this moment, but that doesn't mean he won't be around the next time I do that. So let's not screw this up. Do like a... Yeah, probably. Let me check in the beginning. Maybe it opened like a door behind me or something? Adventure man. Unless, like, when you hit it when you're ducked, it doesn't do anything. Timed or something. The gate's still closed. Well. That's sexy. All the splashing around, though. What am I to do? So here I've got all growly. Like excessively splashed and stuff, so. Is there a switch in here? Also, the sound cutting out is kind of weird. Maybe there's like a switch right at the beginning or something? Also, this place has to smell really bad. We had like a flood in my basement when well, it wasn't really a real flood, but there were some books that got really wet because a window was broken in our basement, and it caused all the water to get in, and holy God, even after like 3 days, those books smelled terrible. Yeah, I guess spooky water ghosts is just not around on vacation this week. Unlocks this door. Okay, the ooze-covered door won't budge. And my torch is about to run out. My lantern. There must be an opening mechanism. I do appreciate that when you die, you just kind of start at the beginning of the area. That's kind of convenient. Oh. Sounds suspiciously like a clock. Well, let's... Oh! God, that's a child. Oh yeah, we're gonna play the 3-box game. Uh-oh. My box disappeared into the ether. I don't know where it went. Wherever it went, it was banished to the Shadow Realms. Oh, great. Looks like there's another heavy door up ahead. Ugh, God, you sound like a backed-up toilet. Well, actually, this makes it kind of a little bit more efficient. I always love those puzzles like the, oh, you have a seed, some seeds, a goose, and a fox, and you have to take them across the river. I'm like, why the fuck are you taking a fox across the river? What's wrong with you? You must really love foxes. Waiting to like fall off the box. There we go. Nice try, monster. We have a problem. Maybe we don't. Thanks, monster. You're really helpful. Is there anything even in here? Okay. I was worried it was just gonna be a dead end. No! No! That was double bad. My torch went out. Fed you. Here, have some children torsos. Get in. Oh, come on. I shut the door. Get the fuck out of here. I'm dead. Fucking bullshit. I shut that door. Yes, I know. I threw some dead flesh, and he took literally like a nibble, and he was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm coming to murder your face. Where the fuck am I? Oh. Well. Hey, man. Wait a minute. My boxes are gone. What the fuck? Find boxes. Oh. Okay, well. I guess I can really only do this like one more time? Or no more times. So I can walk on just several times. Well. over boxes now. Rude. And I don't have anything to restore my health with. Okay, go get your baby arm. This is pain. Me and my invisible monster. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Why am I turning with the thing? Okay, that's a bug. Really worried about falling off. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, I know dead flesh can act as a distraction for like 12 seconds until it runs at me and murders my face. Yeah. Oh, that was buggy. Also, considering my boxes keep disappearing. Not here now. I guess every few... Okay, why is this now not working? Okay, now it's working, but if I have to do the opposite, well, now my door's broken. Okay. I need to find a key. Oh, I need a lockpick it? Oh, fuck. Ugh, here the butthole comes. Yay! Away from the water monster. See, that's good puzzling. I mean, it's frustrating when you die, but that's clever puzzling. Like, oh, it can only hit you when you do X thing. Are we going to have to deal with him again? Isolation needed something like that. Whew! 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 I'm okay. I'm alright. That wasn't terrifying at all. See? That was good. That was a good time. Oh, let's take a bath. Maybe not. Low crotch. Oh, it's a mannequin. Or maybe it's supposed to be there? I don't know about the weird baby centipede. I'm kind of not okay with that part. I thought it was like a cool dragon or something. No. I can play with water. Alright. Well, I'm gonna be right back, because after all that water scene, I feel like I'm gonna pee myself between being, uh-oh, we gotta go, and hearing splashing water nonstop. And also, this doesn't help at all. So, hold on one moment, I'll be right back. There we go. All better. Centipede baby thing is a little weird. I don't mind it. Has a nice accent. Really ties the murder birds together. Interior Design 101. Let's go see the guest room. I wonder if it's for the 7th guest.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
know about your secret fantasies about being a dentist.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure they just had a wicked bender. Yes. See? They were just partying too hard, a little too much hookah. Alcohol is illegal there. Oh! Oh, I've made a terrible mistake. I'm so sorry. No, I'm so sorry. This is like me putting drawers back into real cabinets. Oh, come on. We can do this. Kinda. Sorta. Maybe. Googly. No, maybe it's the bottom drawer. Ugh. Forget it. Is there anything on the bottom of the drawers? No. Oh, this drawer. No. Oh, is it stuck now? Ugh, I hate when drawers stick. There's nothing worse than stuck drawers. It's like, why do I even have you furniture if you're just not gonna do the one operation you were built to do? Ooh, nice bed. Oh, I like the green. Although the gold, if you replace it with some silver, I could get in on some of this bed. Although, man, this is tiny. My bed is bigger than this. Fuck. Have a little nap.
Daniel. What? Still having nightmares, I see.
Yes, I can't shake them. They come every night.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
Yeah, by creating a horror house. See? Much less scary. Every day is a waking nightmare, so your nightmares seem like nice, restful peace. That's why I usually come in my dreams. No. Ooh, sure. Get a fresh shirt on. I'm sure after all that water, you can't have fresh clothes on. What's this? Garbage is what that is. I don't want a vase that can't be thrown. You cut yourself shaving? What is that? Looks like an Egyptian head doll. Like this really belongs here. Who has French paneling, or I believe it's called French paneling like this, and then puts a painting up over the paneling? Freaking animal. God, the Philistines here. What's this? That's nothing. But anyway, let's read our letter.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, What are those pieces in my drawing room?
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe you're just mad. Mad as a hatter. What is this? A crowbar, you say? Break stuff, you say? Don't make hissy sounds, cockroaches. Ah, crucifixion. The second worst torture in history. Okay, maybe like third. I mean, when that's satisfying. When that Jesus guy was around, it was pretty much as bad as it gets. But there are worse things. Much worse things. Well, let's see what Mr. Crowbar has to say about that. Mr. Crowbar says no. Dude, exploded my crowbar.
The key. Please, let it be here.
Wow, that crowbar's handy. Did you pick up more crowbars? Okay, first off, oops, hit the chandelier. But I guess if you're out in the Algerian desert, you really don't have anywhere you can hide. Is it gone? At least they warn you when monsters are coming. That's kind of nice, because otherwise you'd have no way of knowing. It's neat. Oh, I thought he left like a whole bunch of dead bodies in front of my cabinet. Be like, ah. Big ass fireplace. I bet you can't climb into the fireplace. Anything for me to find in here? It's just a door. No, I guess there's nothing else in here other than a very upset monster. He was upset I hit the chandelier with something. More than it breaking all of his vases. He had been marked. Hey, I don't think those were lit last time. So I guess as you do stuff, or as you progress, more stuff happens. Like how the one hallway became slowly meatier. Caused by his damned curiosity. So is this the prequel to Darkest Dungeon? I wonder if the monsters even technically are real, or he's just insane. I mean, I'm going for insane. I'm telling you, it's the vases. They don't like me smashing artifacts. Let's hope. It's okay. Just ignore the sounds of dogs. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now you'll feel better. Jesus will protect you somehow. Right? Right? Get out, Jesus. They need more movies that do that, where it's like some horrible monster, they hold up a cross and they're like, are you being fucking serious right now? Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer, the most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I've been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is inexplicable in the as the Heliodromus described it in the Horus Conclussus. I don't know that word. Hortus Conclussus? Whatever. I guess it's saying Latin. It was as it was told about, an underground Mithric temple, or Mithraic temple. I think you only really need to say Mithric. Crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged, its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe the nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying at a nearby village called Altstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails when I finally found the cavern. I went inside, and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear the pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, and I need something to drink. Ah, there we go. Throat relief. This certainly must sound strange, but I had carried it miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still, until this day, I feared its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I hear in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest in ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Altstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. So, they're crystalline paradoxes that you shouldn't pick up. So hey, let's be British and go around the world taking stuff, even though we don't know what exactly it does. Hello, welcome from Germany. You should be proud. I'm saying some stuff with German accents. Like the Stotzt. Not using the terrible English pronunciation. You are a dog. You're a bird. I'll never understand this. Like, I get a long time ago people used to do that for, like, natural history museums, like, one-off pieces to be like, oh, this is a specimen. But some of it is a little morose when people have, like, way too much of it. Canis lupus familiaris, 1658, April 12th. After the short study, it is clear that the agitation found among the humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that it is the catalyst produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from this exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Well, you are one sick puppy. Okay, whatever this is, it has to be. Be free! I can't tell if YouTube's lying to me or the German army left. TF King Flaming. Oh.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Yeah, I think you have a problem, guy. I think you have a little bit of a problem. You're just torturing and mutilating animals. Fucking weird. Obviously something is going severely wrong with him. I don't know who could just, like, take animals and maul them, like, horribly. I just don't get it. It's like people who eat live squid and octopus. No thank you. I've done it, and I will never do it again. Because it's fucking horrific, and it doesn't taste any better. It's fucking terrifying and awful. Well then. I guess he was just running out of places to store all the skulls. Creepy fuck. Doing what's right. Be free, be consecrated, ghosts. Oh my god, I don't even think I can fit all the skulls into the fire. Let's find out. Okay, chair. You need to fuck off. Seriously, man. Jesus. But then again, in England, they used to bury children in bridges because they thought that the children's ghosts would help protect them, so they'd let children basically be walled into bridges. In fact, London Bridge has skeletons still in there from when they actually did that. I have a feeling that window's gonna blow out. Yeah, it was a superstition that they thought the children, the orphan ghosts, would help protect the bridge. Which that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, hey, they left some oil, thanks. Well, at least I can get out of this mansion. I mean, there's weird stuff like that from all over the world, but to be honest, you'd think that London, or England specifically, would not be the place that would do that. Oh, what's worse is the meat is outside the house. Oh, that would have been better if you do all those jumps and you came back and you're still in the hallway. That would have been even better. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown my restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind is not even a wasted breath, yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. Doesn't say the same thing. Yeah, let's ignore that. Elevator schematics, using steam power. Chamber controller. People were all about steam power for quite some time. Emergency decelerator. That sounds safe. Not. This room seems safe. Ooh, oil fill. Okay. The right amount of pressure. The meter should read up 8, down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, complete steam cycle flow. Okay, whatever that means. Okay, cycle flow rod. Okay, gear puzzle. Oh god. Or maybe these are just gears I'll need at some point? I don't know. I thought it was a gear puzzle. This guy really loved his gears and torturing dogs. That painting. So wherever the elevator is, I need to fix it. So I can pick up the feather. I can't. Well, this is fun. Let's go back out the window. Normally houses don't make like a sickly, wet, slopping sound. Why haven't we left? Why haven't we just said forget this nonsense? Do you think that there's going to be some sort of resolution here? least we have one of the elevator parts, whatever that means. I certainly didn't see an elevator anywhere in here otherwise. I'm not reading the loading screens. That's not my business. Oh. I do have to say that tree disturbed me, and now that's lit. Interesting. I didn't really expect the tree to fall over. Oh wow, this place is cool and nightmare music.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Like an elevator to hell. It does. Definitely, someone who has this room isn't thinking anything evil, or doing anything evil. I mean, the lion and the gigantic stone ravens or eagles, they don't set off anything that worries me. I like the music. Okay, I don't need the machine room yet, because I don't have all the parts. So let's go find the parts first.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
It reminds me something very familiar. Oh man. I can't remember. It does remind me of parts of the game Lunar, but it reminds me of something else. Some other game where there's like a resolution and it plays music like that. I'm grasping at it, my brain doesn't, can't quite grasp what game it is. Kings with orbs in their hands. Don't necessarily think that those two are related. Well, let's get out of the hopeful and into this hopeless pit. This isn't storage so much as the terror confines. Goat head box looks friendly. Ow. Huh. have 17. So why not bring a little mood to this place? Instrumenta. Also, I'm not doing so well on lamp oil. I'm not very good about lighting the lamp. Or turning the lamp off, I guess I should say. So over this way.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
You know what, let's go to machine, yeah, let's go to machine parts first. Machine parts seems a lot less likely to murder me. Or maybe they're just about the same amount of murder me. Speaking of which, how much? Let's refill that lamp. I don't really want to be crawling around in the dark just yet. Pick it up. Tiny treasure box. Yes, lamp oil. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Lots of tinder boxes. Problem is, at this point, whenever I hear like these troubled women sounds, sometimes I really can't tell if they're having a really good time or they're having a bad time. Sometimes it's easier for my mind to just think they're having a good time. Okay, I think that's where I came in from, right? No, I came in from over there. Regarding explosive mixture, Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you need for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you're ready to go. Agrippa. It's true, it's hard to tell. I would ask you from in your experience, but that's rude. Especially if you watch, which it's cringeworthy, but if you ever watch Japanese porn, all of them sound like they're being beaten. Although half the time they really are, but, I mean, just by different things. So, I don't know. I can never tell. Well, obviously, I mean, there's sometimes I can tell, but I mean in games I can't tell. I'm not trying to sound creepy, like, every time I hear a girl enjoying herself, it sounds more like she's being tortured. But then I just worry that I'm doing something wrong. But anyway. So we have drill parts. No. Oh yeah. Small carpenter's hand drill. Yeah, it sounds creepy when you put it that way. Wait, what is this? Oh, the flow cycle rod. Machine part made out of wood and metal. See, now that you hear it, you can't unhear it. That's the problem. How do we build explosives? First, let's start by lighting lots of candles. Boxes I can't move. That's a brick. That's a pile of bricks. Nothing in that corner. But it's like the same thing when men get hurt in video games. I can't tell whether they're finishing themselves off or getting hurt. Because then it's like, ugh, ugh. And you're just like, okay, yep,
What is this place?
What? There's people talking. Fucking, I'm lighting all the candles. Seriously, who would want to come down here? There's like no light and it's creepy as fuck. No wonder there's all those horrible tales from like the 18th century. Everywhere was dark and dingy and looked like nightmare fuel. Yeah, there's really nothing else in here. Let's see if there's something over by the bar, like instructions on how to build a bomb. Although I do have to admit, in Resident Evil 6, it was probably the worst. Because Piers, every time he got hit, totally sounded like gay porn. Like, Whereas, Chris would be like, So, if you got both of them together, it sounded wrong. So, this is the primary. So put this away. Okay, where's the... There it is. So we're gonna do the basic same thing again. This is actually a clever solution. to admit. Don't worry, it's just a freaking Lovecraftian horror monster. No big deal. Sure, there's women's ghost screamings. It's true. Or basically anytime you search up some Thailand porn movies. I mean, really, it's all the same then. Yeah, hint, don't stand next to the explosion when it goes off. That's pretty good advice. Oh, I almost hit it. Please don't go off on code down here. Damn railing. Solving puzzles that make sense in a spooky place. Hopefully I don't get killed by some weird monster. These boxes that don't actually contain anything. They're containers which contain things. What is this? Lapsack. Oh, I thought there was a door there, but just a hole.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
Uncomfortable at all. Let's do this. Let's add some ambiance. There we go. Now let's go find a corner to cry in for a little bit, and we'll be good. It was a ghost. Do I really want to do this? Oh, that did not make me feel uncomfortable at all. Perfectly fine. Is that eyeballs. Yep, big pile of pig eyeballs. I like pigs. Also eat them, but I like pigs. Some pork is always good. Ooh, what's this? Do I really want to know what this is? No, it's a brick. Hopefully. It's your mom trying to make bread. I know, right? Although, I tend to think that this pork might be just a little bit over its expiration date. Just a little bit. Although I guess technically it would be aged meat, but with the flies and the humidity, it's probably pretty awful. Okay, let's just never go near that door again. Because if I do, I'm gonna wet myself. I'd rather not. Let's follow the blood. Let's follow our torch not working anymore. Do I really want to grab it? I mean, I think that's, in the list of ideas, that's not a good one. Okay, well, that wasn't a good idea. Monster face is loose now. Or he's gonna break out. Nope. Just take a casual trip all the way back here. Wait, he'll go away. He'll go away. Maybe he'll find tasty, rotten pig meat to eat. Yeah, ignore the bugs. Ignore the panty breathing. Panty breathing. Just ignore it. It's not real. It's not happening. We're just here next to our bloody gear. Just normal everyday activities. Okay, seriously, dude, you've got bugs in your skull. with this to free that hell beast? No, monsters cannot be killed in this game. No, darkness can't act as cover because I came around the corner and he was like, "Oh, hi, I'm a sliced up pig monster." How about no? Fuck! Well, I guess they catch up to you sooner or later. Yay, we made it! The strange letter frightened him, but it was also the one which offered some comfort. It was the letter Q. This game does give you the presence that things are going wrong. Oh. Baby, why did you betray me? But without, like, needlessly killing you over and over and over again. Or when they do, they don't make you restart this entire hub area. Thankfully. Well. Let's not go in there because we have to find a key. Hopefully the key is not down in Pig Basement. I'd rather not have to go back to Pig Basement. So let's see what he says in notes. Also, I'd really like some oil, please. Because I only found the 2 of 3 in his room, so I wonder if there's something else in there. Okay, yeah. Because I remember him yelling about a key, but I... Oh, God. I don't know what it is. I've been, like, binge judged. Probably because I'm not drinking enough. But... yeah, I'd be safe to assume that... Oh! That's lovely. You know, when you find parts of human corpse outside your door, I usually, it's easier to assume that you have a really large cat, and it likes you, and it's bringing you, like, a present, like how cats bring you dead mice and stuff, dead birds. It's just a giant cat you have. With all your cockroaches everywhere, you get back here.
There's nothing left. Everything is gone.
Oh, look at me.
Thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
Look at me. Fucking MLG pro gamer. Well, it's been fun. It is almost 3. I don't have too much longer until I'm going to have to end. Because I do have stuff I need to do, because it's Friday. And my wife gets off early. I thought... This guy's face must be so sore from throwing all the doors into his own face all the time. Well, not for much longer. I don't think sedatives are going to help you if otherworldly horrors are leading. I'd have to say it's the direct for that. It's inviting opened door.
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
I'm getting the feeling that you and the dog-murdering psycho are the same person. Okay. So they must both be at 8. I don't have any torch oil. So how do we make both of these 8? 3, 3, 5, 1, 2, 4. So let's see. The first one would be 4. So how do we make them both equally 8? Let's do this. So that would be... Oh. Okay. I thought they were just like, you have to push both directions. You can't do that. So maybe you do 1, 4, and 6. 7, 8. Look at me. I'm a genius. No, not really. That was wrong. Okay. Look at the candle. Look at the lamplight. Just feel better. How's your sanity doing? Hand is pounding and hands are shaking. Well, let's just stay here. Look how peaceful it is with the hissing and the dark rustiness and the you have no idea where you are. I mean, that's... Oh, look, blood. I mean, we're perfectly relaxed here. See? Relaxing. Oh, it's like a back massage for your brain. Now that you're less insane, let's go search. Who would build such an impractical piping system? Why not just do easy? Seriously, you must be you must have been really insane when you did this. You just bought whatever parts were cheap. You made a terrible mistake. It's like my friend's... Well, actually, it's like our sink plumbing. Because the guy who lived in this house previously, he thought he could fix everything himself. So there's a lot of stuff that is like, what are you doing, guy? Like, why would you do this? I still have to finish sealing our shower because he never sealed the shower. So that's just like, thanks for that. Alright. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. Okay, so that's basically telling you where all 3 of the rods are. Alright. Yeah, I'm not playing for too much longer, so you won't have to catch up too much. But have a good night, Kyoto. Wait a minute. This is almost a PlayStation puzzle. Let's... do them in the order. I think it was flow cycle rod. Use some lamp oil. Ooh, a note.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander. What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
So, looks like Brennenburg is somewhere off the Baltic Sea. Oh, yes. just barely see things. This is probably bright as hell for everybody else, but I can just barely see. Get your sanity restored. Cogwheels down here, or do I have to like bring cogwheels from somewhere else? Let's do this. Let's just light this whole place up. Another gear is, and I just need to find some wood, which really any of these crates you can just kick in and throw some of it in there. 'Grab all the gears we can. Hopefully no monsters show up. I hope this is just like a puzzle area, which I'm okay with. I don't like monsters plus puzzles. I prefer puzzle than monster area. Oh, hey.
17th of July, 1839. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
Oh, whoops-a-doodle. Okay, so I have to keep holding it. So hopefully these are all the gears I need. I also wonder how far into the game I am. Well, that's convenient. Alright, now I need something to burn. I think I can break boxes. Oh. I see. Let's grab a bunch of coal. Man, coal was fucked up. One of my friends had a basement that used to be a coal pit, and I went down there. And, you know, where they just, like, throw coal through the window and burn it. And, holy god, that place, you could taste the coal in the air. Like, ugh, I don't live here. think I'll pass. Normally when somebody says, I brought something from Africa, I normally assume that it's something awful. Like, oh, I brought you a hyena. Oh, I brought you this plague. Here, I brought you this plant from Africa. Don't sniff it, it's poisonous. Doesn't look like it's a down switch, but we'll take it. Well, looks like we're not getting back up. Is the universe catching up with itself? Pick yourself up, man. That's all you can do. Because at this point, you're boned.
Come, this way. What was that? Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a Baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Let's move this like a little bit further out of the way. I don't want to get like tripped up on this later if I'm trying to run. Okay, well, I guess if we just throw this rock out of the way, we should be good. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I've got stuff I have to do, so I thank you all for watching. And thankfully that auto saves all the time. So, woo! That's one down. And I will continue this. I want to say Monday. I'm gonna say Monday, but I don't know if I'll be able to do anything this weekend, but we'll find out. But I probably won't. I'll probably just save it for Monday. But thank you all for watching, and you have a wonderful weekend. And a great rest of your day.